And so I offer a prayer of thanksgiving. Holy One, we give thanks for being able to gather as your people. We give thanks for all the ways you nurture and sustain us in this life. We give thanks for the ways you continually invite us to take up your call to seek justice and resist evil. May we be renewed to live faithfully as your people, connected to you as our source. Amen. And so now we have a video. This is Murray playing Amazing Grace. And so we offer this music. Thanks today for all of those folks who've shared musical gifts, and so it's so lovely to have those additional voices, and Murray on the piano as well today, so I am very grateful for that, and thankful for Shani continuing to offer her gift of music, and thanks for Carrie and Tim doing the technical stuff at the back of the church. And we had Paula and Roseanne reading for us today, so thank you for sharing your voices with us in worship. I have a couple of announcements. So the first thing is that the annual meeting is coming up on October 18th. It will be happening after worship by Zoom. And so if you want to participate in that, you are going to have to join by Zoom on that Sunday. So if you are out there on Facebook and YouTube and haven't figured out how to use Zoom, but you want to come to the annual meeting, make sure that you're in touch with me and I will help you get on. So that is coming up. The annual reports will be out next week. And so this is the annual report and the annual meeting for the end of 2019. So because of COVID, we were waiting to see if we could do an in-person meeting, and that's not going to be possible. So we will be doing it by Zoom on October 18th, and so just mark your calendar, and so make sure that you plan to participate in that, and so that will be after worship. And worship and leadership have met in the last couple weeks and talked about in-person worship, and worship committee created a plan, and so there is a plan in place so that we will eventually be able to have worship, and that plan was pulled together before we had a spike in cases in Yorkton, And so with the number of cases that we have right now, it just doesn't feel like the right time to be having large gatherings. And so we put in-person worship on hold for the time being, but when it is time, we do have a plan in place. And so we're going to continue with what we've been doing and continue to try and add some variety with some different music opportunities and so forth over the next few weeks. And so hope that you will continue to join us for online worship. And it's not the same as being in person, and we miss the gathering, and we miss singing together, and we miss coffee and all of those things. And right now we need to care for ourselves and for our communities, and so it means that we can't gather right now. But I invite you to hold all of our community in prayer as we move through this time. And we have a final hymn today. This is Spirit Dancing on the Waters. Spirit Dancing on the Waters.
Spirit dancing on the waters, sun reflecting song of praise, calling life to all the creatures, giving life to human race. Spirit dancing on the waters, leaving all when they should part, giving freedom to the people, signing for all answers sought. Spirit dancing on the waters, paradox of womb and grave, welcome all the world transforming, no one prisoner, no one slave. Spirit dancing on the waters, can the dance by Christ be still? Earth be shaken, dead awaken, what was empty shall be filled. Spirit dancing on the waters, give your people their new birth, healing, loving one another in community with earth. Spirit dancing on the waters, we would come and dance with you till our world is filled with music, and in Christ all things are new.
Virtual coffee, so just sit tight for a couple of minutes and Carrie will set up the virtual coffee rooms, and so you'll have 5 minutes just to chat with somebody else, a few other people, and so invite you to catch up with an old friend or maybe make a new friend in those 5 minutes. And so just sit tight for a couple minutes and Carrie will get you into your coffee rooms. So as we leave our time of worship together, we give thanks for God's presence, for God connecting us across time and distance. And we know that you are with us, O God, as we go out into the world. We give thanks and celebrate your presence. We resist evil, knowing that you are with us. And so we give thanks. Amen.